Good day everyone, my name is Teacher Cristine and now let's discuss what is the assess the effectiveness of a material listened to taking into account the speaker purpose. So, assessing the effectiveness of listened material involves evaluating how well it aligns with the speaker's intended purpose. Assessing the effectiveness of listened material involves considering how well it aligns with the speaker's purpose, ensuring clarity and relevance to engage the audience effectively. By evaluating the speaker's credibility, impact on the audience, and adherence to ethical standards, one can determine the overall effectiveness of the material presented. So, the effective listening skill is most of what we do in the writing centers, listen, but very different between hearing and understanding the words someone is saying and listening to their message. Listening to your writers and your coworkers is vital to maintain a good conversation and avoiding misunderstanding that might lead to unnecessary conflict. So, the listening process involves 4 stages. First is receiving, understanding, evaluating, and responding. Number 1 is receiving. Receiving is attending the process of accurately identifying and interpreting particular sound we hear as words. The sounds we hear have no meaning until we give them their meaning in context. Listening is an active process that constructs meaning from both verbal and nonverbal messages. Next is understanding. Understanding determines the context and the meaning of individual words, as well as assigning meaning in language is essential to understand sentences. This is essential to understanding speaker's message. Next is evaluating. Evaluating, the listener determines whether or not the information they heard and understood from the speaker is well constructed or disorganized, biased or unbiased, true or false, significance or insignificance. They also ascertain how and why the speaker has come up with and convey the message that they delivered. And last is responding. Responding stage is the stage of the listening process in which the listener provides verbal and or nonverbal reaction. A listener can respond to what they hear either verbal or nonverbal. Responding verbally might involve asking a question, requesting additional information, redirecting or changing the focus of a conversation, cutting off a speaker, or repeating what speaker he said back to her in order to verify that the received message matches the intended message. Next is assess whether the speaker's purpose is achieved or not. So, assessing whether the speaker purpose is achieved involves evaluating the extent to which their intended goals and objectives are met through the presentation or communication. This assessment encompasses various factors including the clarity and coherence of the message, the degree of audience engagement and understanding, and the overall impact of the presentation. By analyzing aspects, one can determine whether the speaker effectively communicates their intended message and elicits the desired response from the audience. Therefore, assessing the material involves not only evaluating the speaker's performance, but also gauging the audience, reception, and behavioral outcomes to ascertain the overall success in achieving the speaker purpose.